Our next guest is a Texas gun shop owner who is now calling for a boycott of Groupon after Groupon, the coupon site, canceled his deal for a concealed handgun training course. He says Groupon seems to be equating anyone who believes in the Second Amendment with some sort of monster. Groupon issued this statement. All scheduled and current gun-related deals featured on Groupon North America, including shooting ranges, conceal and carry, and clay shooting, have been placed on hiatus while we review internal standards that shape the deal inventory we feature. The category is under review following recent consumer and merchant feedback. Well, joining us now is one of those customers, I should say former customers, Michael Cargill, the owner of Austin, Texas, Central Texas Gunworks. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Let me start with, you're now calling for a boycott of Groupon. You've asked your attorney to talk with them. Has there been any development since we came on the air?
No, sir. My attorney is still keeping in contact. We're going back and forth, and we're keeping our options open. And the most important thing is I'm calling on every American who believes in the right of safe and lawful gun ownership to join me in refusing to hand over even 1 cent to an organization that clearly has no respect for those of us who are protecting our Second Amendment rights.
The Second Amendment, I think that, I won't speak for the entire nation, but I think most of us treasure every single right that we hold under the Constitution. Let me ask you this. What had been the response within Groupon before they decided to pull your ad?
Well, their response was, first of all, they contacted me a day after the deal ran, and they said, hey, your deal is going great. As a matter of fact, it's doing so good that it's going to sell out. So why don't we raise the limit of the deal? The deal was actually supposed to be set for 600 people to sign up.
This is for a class for concealed carry that you would be leading.
Yes, sir, that is correct. Mm-hmm. And so I said, okay, great. Then let us go ahead and raise it to 1,500. So they sent me an email, and I responded back, and I said approved, and we raised the limit to 1,500 people.
Now, that's an amazing response and exceeding your own expectations. And then what happened 3 days later?
Well, then 3 days later, they contacted me. I walked in my office there, and they said, hey, we have canceled your deal. And I said, why? They said, well, the CEO of the company has decided that he is going to cancel any deals that have anything to do with guns, shooting clays, gun ranges, or anything like that. And I said, well, why are we doing that? And they said, well, because of everything that's going on in the news and the media and at the White House, that we're going to cancel anything that has anything to do with guns. And
they are now, quote unquote, on hiatus. You're calling for this ban. But what has been the reaction from your customers, from people going into your gun shop?
I'm getting a response from around the entire country. I've been contacted by people in Washington State, people in Illinois, people in Missouri, all the way in Florida. And I was actually contacted by an 80-year-old woman who was sexually assaulted by a repeat sex offender who actually contacted Groupon to try to get the deal. And they told her no. So she contacted me, and I told her not only will I give her the class, I was actually going to give her the class for free.
Well, good for you. And so your business is going through the roof, if you will.
Yes, sir, it is.
And again, let's talk about that, how to get a hold of you in case somebody else would like to avail themselves of your services. What is it? CentralTexasGunworks.com, right?
Yes, sir. It's Central Texas Gunworks. And the most important thing is
right there at the bottom of the screen for everybody looking. I had to peek and get a little cheat sheet there.
Yes, sir. Central Texas Gunworks. The most important thing is the reason I got into this business in the first place is my grandmother, when she was 70 years old, she decided that she was going to travel back to college to get her college degree.
Good for her.
My grandmother had only got a high school education. So at 70, she traveled back to college to get her college degree. While my grandmother was traveling from a college library, she was sitting at a bus stop waiting for a bus to come. A guy came along, mugged her, and tried to rape her. And at that point, I decided that I was going to make sure that every female in my family had the tools they need to protect themselves. And Groupon, what they're doing is they are targeting lawful gun ownership in this country. And I've had enough. I'm sick of everything that's going on in the media and in the news and in D.C. and with Congress saying that only thing they're doing is targeting lawful gun ownership in this country. People are taking the time out of their busy schedule to take a 10-hour course, to learn gun safety, to learn the laws that are surrounding those firearms. They are spending that time to sit in a course, and we are punishing those people. And I say, no, we're not going to do that. My name is Michael Cargill, and I say boycott Groupon.
Michael Cargill, we thank you for being with us. And Michael runs CentralTexasGunWorks.com. He may not be able to personally give you lessons on concealed carry, but I'll bet he knows some folks to refer you to in other parts of the country if you can't get to Austin, Texas. Meanwhile, Michael, I just want to say thanks for being here. Enjoyed talking with you, and come back soon, will you?
Thank you, sir. I sure will.